Welcome everyone to Dragway Memories episode number 4. Nichols and Oxen are up against a Wonder Wagon. We think this Bobby Rowe at the switch. Nitro funny car action at Dragway Park. Looks like Rowe and the Don Shoemaker machine. Short work of that deal right down the middle of the track. No track prep back in the day. The burnout was a big sticky mess like you wouldn't believe. Look at these top fuel Division 1.
Fred Faulkner
Making short work of that deal.
Front engine car.
Yeah, Nirvana. That's a very early Nirvana. Hank Andres. Burn a little aluminum at the top end of the track. The Hemi Hunter.
Chevy powered. Nitromethane in the tank. Jeb Allen.
Hayes is the tires.
Greer and Greer.
California. Greer and Greer. Not in the contest there at all. Frankie Elliott. In the beautiful dry, always clean stuff. Very, very nice. That car is going to be restored. It's in excellent shape after all these years. Very happy to see that car survive. Look at this beautiful car out of, I believe it's a New York car. Big fish scoop on the front there. Regine Mass out of Montreal in the action team. They had a whole bunch of Mopars back in the day. That was an original Hemi car. It all caught up and not much of it exists now. The Gold Gambler, possible AJ Dittner at the switch there. The altered big block Chevy powered. Jimmy Moore and the Vanny Brothers and Davidson machine 4-speed. That was built for Mini Pro, which is the category Toronto International Dragway. Cliff Satursky in the classical gas Hemi powered. He had several different machines. That's an earlier version there. Still semi-active today, Cliff is. Cliff Satursky, a classical gas machine. This is his first version, his first Hemi-powered A-altered machine. Moved into a much later chassis machine after this. There it is there. Partnered with a few people. Still with Hemi power. This machine later went to Chuck Nagy. Put a 340 small block in there. Look at that killer launched at Dragway Park. All the fire and safety equipment needed back in the day. Still active today. And of course, wouldn't be complete without the Stormalong group. Westberg and Westfall out of Speed Trends in Buffalo, New York. Many-time record holder. Good guys too. This is Dave Freeman in the ex-John Elliott 68 car. Many round wins in that car. That car was rolled in a highway accident. No longer exists, unfortunately, up against Ray Wetzelberger in his 56. Cool little E-altered now. Not sure who they are.
There's an unknown Vega coming up here having some troubles on his run there. Looks like he smoked something in that car. Not a good scene at all. And Bob Thompson, I believe, A-modified production.
Yep.
That is one cool Corvette. 66, I believe, or 5.
427 big block.
I like this Mustang. We don't know who it is, but it sits high and pretty. Could be Frank Catone.
Jack Trost and the Vagabond Machine SRD car. That was a full-frame real car built by SRD. And the Superstock Magazine Project 6-pack car of Struth, Smith, and Welch. Beautiful car. The Hangman. Killer piece. In the other lane was the Provincial Towing Machine of Tony Luminoso 427 Super D automatic car.
Alan Marsh coming up now on the ex-Sam who?
Giannino.
There you go. He can say it. Challenger.
Alan Marsh immigrated from England, came to Canada, settled in Montreal, got involved in drag race, had a B-bodied Hemi Mopar, got him involved with Dodges. He hooked up with Sam Giannino. This is his car with the Mammoth Racing livery on it. Later on, Alan moved to Ontario, took this car with him, G-modified production, probably the heaviest Camaro I've ever seen. And you still see the Mammoth Racing. That was his operation when he still lived in Montreal. Later on became Engineered Racing Service and Competition Automotive after that. Look at the launch. Just can imagine the ring and pinion just taking a beating right there. There we go to Cayuga WCS meet. 68 Camaro, G-modified production. Here we get into his last effort in the sportsman ranks. 58 Corvette. Very trick B-modified production with a small block, high winding piece, Formula 5000 scoop on it. Very trick. They tried to outlaw him because of the hood. There was no rule against it. Later on they all copied it. That was a made-up car from 4 different Corvettes, I've been told.
unknown front engine dragster. I wish we could identify these a little better, but it's tough. Bill Mitchell coming up now. Up against the, what is it, the Siri Brothers?
Siri Brothers.
Siri Brothers wagon. Bill Mitchell actually rolled that car in that event, I believe.
Yep.
Jerry Mead, Opel GT, gets around Bill Morrison on this run. This is obviously a time trial.
They wouldn't match up in competition normally.
No. I love this chop Pinto. Circle Brothers, J.P. and Judy Geck running it.
Yep.
iGas. Harry Lizader, or Lizader, however you want to say it. Lizader is out, is he? A beautiful 32.
Still owns the car.
Yeah. And the Croft and Sinky Fiat Topolino. Neat car, neat car. Bob Johnson coming up now, but it's not him. He had a lot of different cars. I think he just owned the speed shop.
Tony Chambroni. There's all kinds of
beautiful deuce.
The T&J Associates group.
Superstock B stick car, Psychotic Reaction Corvette. Neat, neat machine.
Don't know much about him.
Larry Payne, this is a Street Roadster. Very, very cool car.
Yeah, that car made a lot of laps. Next up, beautiful D Dragster.
Wheelie and Die.
Wheelie and Die, yeah, up against another unknown.
Yeah.
Front engine dragster.
This.
That is Frank Catone. Exact Performance. They did a lot of transmission work, especially Ford performance stuff. J&L Racing Enterprises. That's from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. That's an SRD built car. It later went back to the States. And this machine is the... look at that vet. Who is that vet? I don't know.
We don't know, but we gotta go. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Don't forget, spread the word.